I would like now to ask our next speaker from Latvia, so we are moving to a completely different direction, but still in Europe, Mr. Kārlis Dambergs, who will present a quite new way and quite a new approach to protecting heritage. And I'm really looking forward to this presentation.
Hello. I'm really honored to be here, and we were actually planned two speakers here. My brother is over there because we are managing the place, two of us, but since there is one microphone, I will try to do it alone. So I will tell you about the quarter of wooden buildings, which is located very close to the city center of Riga, the capital of Latvia. We managed this place already for 9 years, and just to take off the confusion, I'm not an architect and I'm not the restorator myself. I'm more economist or entrepreneurship, but you will see lots of pictures which represent the work we've done. And another thing is that the whole thing started because our main business is production of flooring, and then it developed further to renovation of buildings. And you will see also in pictures lots of reclaimed materials used in renovation of those buildings. So here you see the location. In the upper right corner there is Old Town, and here on the down corner there's the airport. So you see that this is one of the main streets leading to the city center, and during those 9 years, people passing by from the airport or from the seaside, they have seen it like a small reality show, and they have seen the changes that were happening there on the quarter. So that's just some of the examples that are taking place in the quarter after renovation. And nowadays in the quarter, lots of activities, starting with a regular food and crafts market is taking place, lots of seminars, and the buildings are used for rent. So we rent the spaces out, and the whole quarter is absolutely privately owned. So this is the territory between, you see, the street, and we'll just quickly run through the buildings. So this is the biggest house we have now, and here you see the house before renovation, and before, all of these houses were living houses. Now, when they are used mainly for business or for small shops, and that's due to economic reasons, because we can get a higher rent price rather than living space. Also, another factor is that the houses are on the main magistral, which is a loud place nowadays to live. Before, during the 80s, the street which is leading to the city center was actually planned to enlarge, and there was a plan to build skyscrapers there. And at the moment when we started to renovate, the buildings were still written in the red lines, so that the municipality could actually come and take them down and to enlarge the road or to build another house. And during this long time period, the situation has changed, and the whole street or the region of these wooden houses is written in a protection lists of monuments of Riga. So this is some picture how it looks from the inside. This is another house, what you can easily see from the street. And what's interesting that at the year when we started this, in this house you see there was a gambling hall. And after renovation, it's a small wine shop there and seminar halls as well. So that's a picture before and after in autumn. Some of the process, and here you can see that lots of the boards used are also used from reclaimed material. And the buildings you see, we cannot define it as a restoration works. Since there are 6 buildings, each of them was in very, very different condition. So that's why some of the buildings are really restored with original glasses and so on. Some are a little adapted, so they are more comfortable to use also for business. And as you see in this picture, we have to cope with this really drastic changes in weather. So in winter we can have -30 and the same in the summer, but +30. So and the buildings that are left without living in there, they get spoiled very, very rapidly. And here you see a picture of the same house which was empty before in the picture. So this is one of the events, and concerts are taking place there. So again, another building where the tenants or the structure of tenants has changed during last years because of a crisis. Before we had more architects and the craft shops. For the moment, they are changed more to the business side, which are coffee sellers and doctors and so on, which are some more pictures of buildings. We'll quickly come to another, and this is a good example. It's a 4-flat house, and nowadays there hasn't been any wall changed in the building. At the same time, it's absolutely normally used for office space. That's the house before. Another house here, for the moment, restaurant is operating in this building, and it's more oriented to eco food and so on. And there is another building, a gallery, where lots of exhibitions are taking place and other activities. This is the house we haven't renovated yet, but hopefully we will. Here you see some of the products that are sold in the markets, and we see that actually the market is operating as a small platform for testing new products for companies that are very, very small, sometimes only one person. So they come to the market, test the product, and maybe they come back, maybe they don't. But the amount of the sellers is around 600 salesmen, and the visitors approximately are 3,000 per market. For Latvia, that's quite a big number. What we else do is we actively use social networks, and our corporate social networks, Facebook and Twitter, is among number 20 in Latvian commercial schedule of the social networks, which proves that the interest of people coming to the market or coming to the concerts, which are free of charge, is really big. And through those activities, what we manage there, they are of course kind of attracted to the buildings and the environment there. Another thing is that actually we haven't done any of the campaign or marketing campaign through these years, and the place has become very popular by people themselves and by social interest, and national TV channels and inhabitants of the region have just made this big social circle that is generating the place itself. Just to comment, I was very, very inspired about two speeches. Mr. Donovan's speech was excellent, and I really agree with everything he said about the places and about the usage of the places. And what we see also in Latvia, that if you have the infrastructure which is provided by the municipality or the state, then persons themselves or the owners themselves are more active to do something with their old buildings. Then one of the previous speakers mentioned the ownership issue. We actually see that in real life this ownership is a problem, and especially with the European foundations, we see that there is a problem. We have applied to some of the funds, we haven't attracted any of them. And some of the situations show that actually the ownership case, if there is not municipality or states involved and it's 100% privately owned, it is a problem to apply for foundations. And the last comment is there is nothing to deal with the organizational side, but if we see our hotel where we live in today, we stay actually in the shopping center. So what's my suggestion for the next time? Maybe that's a good idea to let the people who come here to stay in a cultural heritage place. And that's actually, once more, it's nothing to do with organization, it's just the principle itself. It's like, I tell my life, I love you, but I cheat. So, all right, but that's, I think, all, and if any questions, we are very welcome.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you very much. If it's any consolation, we are actually in the area of the old town with this hotel. I guess the shopping center should not have been built there. But that's a different issue. Thank you very much. We've made it to the end of our speeches. I hope you are all inspired and ready to take on with your roundtable discussion. I would like now to ask Natasha Walker, who is our facilitator for the roundtables, to tell you quickly what you are asked to do.
Thank you very much. And yeah, this is the really exciting part. There's been such a wealth of experience and ideas presented to you, and now the question is, what do you do with all of those? And we now have an hour's time. You have been allocated a table with hopefully the language that you feel most comfortable in speaking, and also on one of the themes that you find most interesting. And those tables are tables 2 to 9 on theme 1, tables 10 to 17 theme 2, and tables 1 and 18 to 22 on theme 3. We have some tables, I think they're Polish-speaking tables, which are there are quite a few people on there. So maybe if you'd like to just form one table together, I think that would improve the quality of the discussion that you will be having. So what's the aim? What are we trying to do? We want to capture as many of your ideas as possible, and we can do that thanks to the technology and thanks to your table facilitators who will be making sure that they capture all of your ideas. And you have an hour's time. Start off your hour by talking amongst yourselves on who's sitting at the table, so you really know who you're talking to, and then dive into 1 or 2 or perhaps 3 questions that you can go into some depth. The first question should be a more analytical question. So that's when you're bringing in good practice. The second question should be a more recommendation-oriented question. So these are some of the questions. This is for theme 1, but they're all on your tables. Theme 2, if we could go to the next slide, theme 3. And don't worry if you don't deal with all of the questions, because somebody will. You deal with those questions that are most important for you. And next slide, final slide. This is really important. We have such a diversity of experience in this room. Let's make sure every voice is heard, so keep what you're saying as short as possible. Let's make sure that all important ideas are recorded. We will come up with a synthesis after lunch, but every single idea will be available for you on the website after this forum. Okay? So enjoy it, and facilitators, don't forget to save after every idea. Let's give the facilitators a round of applause. They're volunteering to help you out on this. Stand up, everybody. Stand up, all your facilitators, stand up, please, just so you know who they are. It's a brilliant job. Thank you very much. So enjoy the hour. Do we have till 1:05?
Yes.
We have till 1:05. We have 60 minutes. Enjoy it. Thank you.